Years, the Passover has been celebrated year after year after year by the Jewish people and by God-fearers who were not Jewish, but that desired to honor and serve God, to worship Him according to His commandments. First of all, the matzah. Completely flat, so no leaven, no yeast of any kind, no baking soda, baking powder, any other kind of yeast that would make the bread rise. There's actually, the rabbis say, 18 minutes from the time you mix water with flour, and it has to bake. Otherwise, there's the possibility of the flour fermenting, and then it becomes yeast again. And the mother actually has the honor of starting the whole evening off. And she gets to light the candles and to bring in, symbolically, the light of the feast. She welcomes in this feast by lighting the candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu bechasdo v'natan lanu lechadlik ner shel Pesach. Blessed are you, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us by your grace and has given us the joy of lighting the Passover candles. Chag Sameach, or Happy Feast.
The father, or leader of the Seder, will then actually symbolically have his hands washed by somebody else to say, my house is clean, but I am also ready, ceremonially prepared, clean, to celebrate this Passover. And usually a servant will come and wash his hands, sometime, or somebody else that is quote-unquote below him. Now at this part in the Seder, Jesus was the leader. He chose to not do that. He probably had done it the last few times, because that's just tradition. But on the very last Seder that he celebrated with his disciples, the one that he was eager to celebrate with them, he actually flipped this on its head. And instead of having his fingertips washed by a servant, he rose from the table, took off his outer cloak and put a towel around his waist, and then went and washed not the other people's fingers, but their feet. And he chose to, instead of being served, to serve others. And by that, taught the disciples in a way that I think was stronger than maybe any other he could have, that we are to serve one another. And that doesn't only mean if you're one of the disciples. It means if you're the leader, you have that much more of a responsibility of serving each other.